Hi everybody! Welcome to the relaunch of my channel. I wanted to take this moment to reintroduce myself to you, or maybe introduce myself to you for the first time, and to kind of tell you a bit about the story of this channel and where I see the future of it. So I started this YouTube channel back in 2019 during my first year of college. And at that point, I was motivated to start making videos because I longed to have more math conversations in my life. I didn't have friends to talk about math with, but I was learning all of this beautiful math from the internet and from reading textbooks, and I was really excited to just saturate myself in it. And so I started making YouTube videos, partly inspired by other creators that you probably know and love, like ViHeart, and Through Blue and Brown and Numberphile. And it worked very well because during college I had regular breaks during the year in between the terms, and so I would spend my whole break making a YouTube video. And this meant that I was making a few videos each year, and it was a good rhythm for me. Then at some point I graduated college, and after taking a gap year, I started my PhD in math, which is where I am now. But what I didn't anticipate is that even though I was going to do way more math starting a PhD, it was going to be much harder to make YouTube videos. And this happened for a number of reasons. First of all, while I was so focused on math in my PhD, it meant that when I had free time, I didn't want to be doing a hobby that involved math. Even though it's something that I dearly love, I have so many other things that I love to do with my life. And so it stopped to be a priority for me because I was satisfied, if you will, with how much math I was doing. But as a second reason, even if I did have free time to devote to learning math, I felt a constant need and pressure to learn higher level math than I knew. Because starting graduate school, I just realized how much I don't know. And as a graduate student, you're always feeling like you need to learn more and more and more. So I was devoting myself to reading papers and books that help me to learn new things. And the idea of making a video about something I already knew was really not so appealing anymore. But those two reasons are really only part of the story. When I was growing up in middle school and high school, I fondly remember spending hours on YouTube watching educational videos and learning so much about math and physics. And I would just get so excited about continuing to learn. But nowadays, the internet feels like kind of an empty place where most of the content is just meant to entertain you, just meant to capture your attention, for clickbait, and for just slop all over the internet. And it's not so appealing to make content for the internet when I think that as a society we need to spend less time on our screens. And the internet is constantly diverting people away from real, practical, beautiful things in real life. And I know for myself, I've tried more and more to set boundaries and distance myself from the internet because I have found it taking way too much of my time. But the desire to make videos didn't go away. And I started noticing how there isn't much higher level math on the internet. As in, there are things that I am trying to learn about for my research, and I can't find any good video explanation of it. The only explanations are very bad quality recordings of ancient lectures by professors from the 70s or 80s. And so it made me think that maybe there's a place for higher level math explanation on YouTube. And so this brings me to the future of my channel. As I begin to think about the videos that I think will add value to the landscape of the internet, I want to be really clear about my vision. I want to make videos about math that excites me, math that I'm learning right now, math that's maybe even relevant to my research. And that means that it might be a bit of a higher level than we've talked about before on this channel. But I still want to pitch it at an undergraduate level. I think, though, that there is a lot of value in hearing somebody talk about math, even with words that you don't understand. because we have this maybe notion in society that math is something you learn in a linear fashion. You start with algebra and then geometry and then pre-calculus and then calculus, and it just builds up like this. But as I've spent more and more years learning math, I've realized this is not true at all. And learning math happens in more of a cycle. You learn things and then you go back and you see how the things that you've learned later inform the things that you've learned earlier. And sometimes you learn things that are higher up before you learn the background material. But having a glimpse of what's to come helps us understand the context for the background that we're learning. And so I think there's actually a lot of value in seeing math before you're ready, or getting a glimpse of what's out there. With that being said, I hope that you will take this as an opportunity to hear about math concepts that are new to you, foreign to you, and maybe you don't fully understand yet. And by hearing the words used in context, you might gain a better understanding of how they fit into the big picture. And so what this means for me is that I'm going to make videos about these exciting math ideas, and I might not define every term that's used in the video. But I hope that you will persist with trying to understand. And I think that there maybe even is some value to looking something up on your own and learning about it for yourself, because those are the things that we tend to remember going forward. The other thing that's really important to me is practical physical effects, visual effects with my videos. I want to make videos with real objects because this tactile nature of the explanation helps to kind of balance the abstract ideas of the content. And even that being said, in this age of AI, I think computer animations are becoming so cheap to make. And by cheap, I mean so cheap in time. And so for me to have a physical object that you can use to really see what's going on with the mathematics is so incredibly valuable. I hope that it really does make a difference for you in terms of understanding what we talk about. Okay, so that being said, we have a new channel name, The Geometer's Garden, and a resetting of our channel vision. And my hope is to make more regular videos in the years to come. I don't know what regular means yet. I have to wait and see how much time I have. But I think I've developed more of a clear vision of where we're going and what we're doing with this channel. And my hope is that with that clear vision, it will become more clear how to make videos that fit into that and add value. I would love to hear from you what videos you have enjoyed in the past, if you want to hear more about any specific topic, or if you have any new ideas for video topics. I think it'll be really important to me to make a video about something I'm also excited about learning. But I do want to hear from you all about what you want to learn about. Please comment down below on this video if you have any ideas, or if you just want to say hi. I know I've gained a lot of subscribers in the past few years, and I haven't made really any videos to introduce myself to you. So hello, welcome, and thanks for following me along on this journey. And I'm excited to keep on learning math with you and to keep exploring. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.